good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Wonderful community. Andrea here. Welcome to our Mastermind Mondays, how to attract, magnetize, and activate your ideal clients. If you're here live, please give StreamYard permission to uh, allow them to so that I can see your name and so that I can see your comments. So please go up above this video and give StreamYard your permission so that I can see your comments and I can see who's here. If not, then I'll only see Facebook user. So yeah, please do that. And once again, we're here. Hello, Jacqueline White. I hope that's you. I can't see. I can't see your call. Let me see. Okay, I don't see any comments yet, but thank you for being here. I'm super excited because guess what? We have a new name. We are the Supreme Conscious Creators. Isn't that an amazing name? That is such a powerful name. So we're no longer the other name. I already forgot it. We are Supreme Conscious Creators. Woohoo! Yay! Hello, beautiful Jacqueline. Thank you for being here. I was like, yes, I've got one audience. Yes, I'm so happy. Yeah. So today, welcome to Mastermind Mondays, where we clarify and zoom in on your ideal client, right? We all need clients. If we have a business, we're gonna need a client. And what kind of client do we want? We want the ideal client. Why do we want the ideal client? Because we want to offer a product, a service that they are going to benefit from, that's going to solve their needs, that's going to solve their problems, that's going to answer their questions, and they're going to be happy campers, right? We don't want clients who are dissatisfied. We want diehard clients, and we want satisfied clients. We don't want frustrated clients. Frustrated clients are not happy campers, and they're not happy customers. And yeah, the business will not thrive if we don't have happy clients, right? Satisfied clients. That's right. So, who is your ideal client? I always ask this question because it's really, really important for us to ask ourselves that question over and over and over and over again. Who is our ideal client? So if you know your ideal client, please type it. Type it in the comments. Let me know who your ideal clients. And also, where are you coming from? Tell me where you're coming from. How's the weather? Where you're at? Here, it's very stormy, rainy, and cloudy, and yeah, cold. It's I think 50 degrees. So type one thing that you're grateful for today, and then we're gonna go on and do our ideal client affirmation. Okay, so Jackie, are you typing your ideal client? Tell me, and where are you coming from? Let me know. Type your comments. So let's go with the ideal with our gratitude affirmation. I easily attract and magnetize my ideal clients. They are happy and eager to join this supportive, loving community of supreme conscious creators. Right? Did I get that right? Because I gotta get used to the name. I have to practice and practice. So get used to the name. Supreme Conscious Creators, SCC, right? We got that. Okay. And I love the banner. It's really beautiful. It's just like blue and just really simple. And it's got that tree of life, the prosperity, perpetual prosperity tree. I love that, right? That I just thought of that right now. Perpetual prosperity tree, PPT. I love that. So excited for everything that's coming. And again, if you're watching this live, please give StreamYard permission so that I can see your comments, I can see your names, and hit on that love button so it can go woo, it can go all the way up to the sky. Yeah, so um, our clients are happy. They are super, super duper happy. Imagine your clients, they are so happy and they're eager to join this supportive, loving community of supreme conscious creators. We are creators. We create our reality. Every thought, every feeling, every action we take is creating our reality. What we are living right now, this present moment, the reality that we're living right now is what we created in the past. It's exactly whatever's going on in your life right now, you created it in the past. And so whatever we truly, truly, truly desire for our future, we've got to create it now. Now, right now, we are starting today to create what we want in the future. And how do we do that? We do that by focusing. We do that by refocusing. We do that by really, really setting the intention and identifying exactly what it is that we want. And in this live, we're going to talk about our clients, because without clients, we have nothing. I can hear you now. Oh, okay, good. You couldn't hear me before. Sorry. I hope you guys can hear me. And I really, really apologize about last Thursday's live, the live event. I turned on the music and then I dropped the ball and I didn't turn it down. And so I realized that many of you, whoever attended the live, it might have been distracting, it might have been annoying. And I'm so sorry about that. When I finished the live, I went back and I listened to it and I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this. That sound, the music was annoying. And so I apologize for that. So, but I'm going to make it up to you guys, okay? Yes, next time it's going to be no music, no annoying music. So, yeah. Hey, Jacqueline, thank you. I can't get the audio. Oh, great. Glad you got the audio now. Okay, so um, our ideal clients, they want to invest in their growth, right? Whatever we want in life, we have to either invest money, energy, focus, or time, or other resources. We have to invest. Invest means to give, to put, to 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 put value into something that we want, that is very, very important for our lives, right? We invest in our house, we invest in our garden, we there's so many things that we invest in. We invest in our relationships. We're not just talking about money there. We're talking about time, energy, focus, effort, just so many things that if we want to get somewhere, we've got to invest. So investing is number one ideal. And they want to take action, right? If we just imagine things, if we just sit and imagine what we want, it's not going to fall out of the sky. We've got to have our thoughts first. Anything that we create is going to be created in our thoughts first. And then after our thoughts, it's going to become activated with our feelings. What is the feeling? If you have a really, really great feeling about something that you want, that feeling is going to move you. It's going to propel you. It's going to motivate you to go take inspired action. Without that action, nothing happens. So we've got to take action. I've noticed, Jackie, that you've been taking a lot of action with your posts. So you're doing a great job. Keep up the great job. Keep doing those lives. Keep posting those stories. Keep posting those stories on your profile, because you're moving forward, and that's what it takes to move forward, to take action. So keep up the great job. So when you start with the spirit of gratitude, you begin to understand that you are enough, that you do enough, and that you have enough, because you no longer start to think about the past. oh yes, I tried this in the past and it didn't happen, I couldn't do it. And so then you get into that story, that negative story. It's like a hamster wheel. You get on there and you can't get out of it because you start thinking about all the negative things that have happened in the past and that you haven't been able to do this and that and the other. And then you can't move forward because you're stuck. You get stuck. And then if you start thinking about the future, then you start feeling uncertainty, and then you start feeling all this fear, and then you start feeling like, oh no, it's gonna happen, something bad's gonna happen, or I'm not gonna be able to do this, or you start getting into what if, and then combine the I should have with the what if, and then that's it. You've got chaos there, right? And so you become paralyzed. But when you get into the spirit of gratitude, every morning you wake up and you say, hey, what a great day. I'm so grateful for today. I'm so grateful that I'm alive. I'm so grateful that I'm breathing. I'm so grateful that I have peace, that I have a roof over my head, that I have family that love me. And I'm so grateful that I'm in this community, this conscious. Oh, I forgot. No, it's supreme conscious creators. I'm so grateful that I'm in this supreme conscious creators community, and that I'm creating, consciously creating, setting the intention, the life that I truly love and desire. So, yeah, and you are enough. Once you do that, whoever's watching, so I've got, okay, good. So ask yourself, what if I could? Yeah, what if I could? Yeah, you can. And the reality is that you can. When you put yourself in that mode of gratitude, I am grateful. I am grateful because I can speak. I am grateful because I am healthy. I am grateful because just so many wonderful things to be grateful for. I'm grateful because I'm here in front of you guys. Whoever is watching, I'm so grateful. I'm so, so, so blessed to have this opportunity, because I get to talk about my experience. I get to talk about dreams and aspirations, and I get to serve. I get to help someone realize their dreams. And for me, that's the greatest. That's such a fulfilling feeling. It's so fulfilling. So yeah. So once we get into the spirit of gratitude, then we start to understand that we are enough. We have enough. We do enough. And so I honor my goals with great responsibility. Yeah, once you make a decision that you're going to do something, you got to honor that, and you got to follow through. Without following through, um, again, nothing happens. So you've got to make that step, take that step forward, and use everything that you can, everything that you have, your inspiration, because again, you're enough, you have enough, and you do enough. When you get into that mindset, use positive thoughts. Exactly, Jacqueline. You use positive thoughts, and those positive thoughts lead you to positive, inspired actions. And then when you take action on those promptings, they go ahead and do it, then you grow in confidence. And that confidence helps you to move forward. So it's a great thing to to make a decision and feel positive about it. Know that you made the right decision, that no matter what you chose to do, it's the right decision because you chose it. Because remember, you're enough, you have enough, you do enough. So whatever decision you made, just take action and move forward. Set aside. I'm not saying fix your fear. You can't fix your fear, because actually, when you think about it, fear is a defense mechanism. So fear was created for us. It's that innate ability. We have all these instincts that get triggered because it's for our survival. It's for our own survival, for our own growth. So fear is a wonderful, wonderful tool that we have so that we can pause and stop and think. Or sometimes we don't. We just react to a certain situation and we act quickly. We move. We just, our reptilian brain gets triggered, and it goes into action mode, and we do things that we never expected we could do. For example, when people can lift a car, or when people can jump from a high building and still live. And it's just this there's that the fear is what gets us moving. And so it's useful and we should be grateful for it. So but many times that fear will also prevent us from moving forward because it wants to be cautious, it wants to protect us. So there are times when we really really know what we want, we set that fear to the side, and we say, even though I'm afraid, that I'm still going to take action, even though this is making me feel fear and anxiety and nervousness and stress. I'm still going to take action because rationally I know that this is what I want. And so you take action. And if your goal doesn't scare you, it isn't big enough. Yeah, Bob Proctor. Yep, that's right. That's right. Change is not easy for anybody. Transformation is not easy. So it's really important that we understand that it's okay to feel fear. It's okay to feel anxiety. It's okay to feel uncertainty. And it's okay to take action, because if our fear doesn't, if it's not, if our goals do not evoke that fear factor, then it's probably not a worthwhile goal. It's probably something that we're going to get bored very quickly from. So yeah, very good. Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you for your feedback. Love it. So I love how excited and happy my clients feel to join this program. Do you remember the name of the program? I'm going to quiz you guys. Okay, one more time. What's the name of our program? Supreme Conscious Creators. Yep. Okay, now I'm remembering. And I'm looking. I have bad eyesight, so I get really close to the screen so that I can read your comments. So yeah. And so this program is wonderful, and we want all our ideal clients to come in and work independently, because there are some things that we have to do independently, but also work together as a team, because we are a team. So yeah, I'd like to always do a little bit of a quick replay of everything that we've done, that we've talked about, and then I will get into our topic today, which is about really, really getting into the spirit of your client and using empathy, empathizing with your client so that you can get into their shoes, because you want to get into their shoes, right? You want to know what they're thinking. You want to know what they're doing. You want to know what their fears are. You want to know your clients so well that you can empathize with them. But first, so and that is, and everything is connected. How to talk with your ideal client? Well, the way you talk with your ideal client, Supreme Conscious Wealth Creator, Supreme Conscious Creators. That's right, Jacqueline. Good job. Good job. So the way you get to empathize with your clients, again, is to understand who they are. And so you want to narrow down who is your ideal client. Narrow it down. Always think narrow down. When you're talking to everybody, you're talking to no one. So you can't just have this general audience. I'm talking to women or I'm talking to men. No, you've got to really, really narrow down on your audience. So, and so focus on reaching out to your client to build a long-lasting relationship. Now, you don't want to build a long-lasting relationship with just anybody, right? You're not going to marry just anybody. You're not going to invite into your home just anybody, right? Now, when you invite someone into your home, it's because you've built trust with that person. It's because you've built a connection with that person. It's because you've built a relationship with that person, and you feel comfortable enough to allow that person to go into your home. And that's exactly what we want. We want our clients to be so well connected with us and us with them that we are able to invite them into our profile, into our community, into our private space. This is our private space. This Supreme Conscious Creators community is our private space. And so it's really important that we know that we know who our ideal clients are. And so how do we get to build that relationship? Well, we listen with intent to understand. If we're looking at their posts, if we're looking at their stories, if we're looking at what they have to say, we're listening, we're paying attention. Who are they? What are they all about? Do I get this person? Are they going to get me? So, you gotta ask yourself those questions. Listen with compassion. Listen to offer a solution. And we're going to talk more about this, because this is like it's just all connected, and it's a web that's connecting, and it all connects. It all falls into place. So focus on offering value content that answers your ideal client's main concerns, and we're going to go more into that in a little bit. So how to move forward consistently? We move forward consistently when we focus on tasks that move the needle forward by showing up. So, Jacqueline, you've been showing up every day, you've been posting, and that's what's giving you more creativity. Have you noticed? That you feel more creative, that you come up with ideas, that you find things on the internet, that you find quotes that you like? Have you noticed how you've become more and more motivated? And that's how you can minimize overwhelm, by taking action, by showing up, and that's how you are able to improve your ability to connect with your clients, and that's what's going to get you to income producing activities. Connecting with your clients, because if you don't connect with your clients, you can't have clients. That's the bottom line. That's the reality of things. So how can you stay consistent? Staying consistent is probably the most difficult task, right? If you want to stay consistent, then you've got to have a plan every day, and you start making a plan, and you start taking action on that plan, and you know that when you take action, that's going to help you to move forward. And so creating that habit also takes time. But if you are consistent one day at a time, and stay in the present, and say, okay, today I posted one thing, and I'm so happy, I'm so proud of myself. Just do it. Exactly, Jacqueline, just do it. Yes. You wake up, and there's like, okay, I'm going to answer my posts. I'm going to reply on some posts. I'm going to give some of my clients, my ideal clients, some love. I'm going to follow up on some messages. And so, you have this idea in your mind, you have this plan, and then you also create your post, and with an idea, with an intention that you're going to share a story, that you're going to share an experience that you've had of your own, and that your ideal clients is going to be able to get to know you. They're going to be able to get to trust you, and they're going to like you as well. You're going to develop the know, like, and trust factor. So yeah, showing up consistently, and show up with a clear focus for your ideal client, your audience. What do you want them to learn? What do you want them to know about you? What do you want them to understand? What about your journey do you want them to understand? And then stay consistent. Show up with value. How do you prepare your product? How do you prepare your product? Well, you got to know what you're going to sell, what you're selling, what you're offering, right? You got to know your offer. If you don't know your offer, then you won't be able to explain it to anyone. And as affiliate marketers, the reason that we promote a product is that we know the product. I mean, that's what it is. That's what it means to be an affiliate marketer. We try out a product. We like that product. We know what it is, what the product has to offer, and we've gotten value from that product. And because we've gotten value from that product, then we're going to recommend it to somebody else. We do that all the time. Somebody will ask me, I'm looking for some great apples. And I'll say, yes, I like those pink ladies. I don't know if you know about pink ladies, but they're delicious. They're just juicy and crunchy. And wow, I love pink ladies. But they're a type of apple. And so I recommend it to my friends. It's like, if we go shopping or if they talk about it, they're like, yes, get the pink apples. They're great. So, and navel oranges, you always want to have them in navel oranges because they're so sweet and juicy and delicious. Okay, I can talk about fruit all day long because I love fruit. So yeah, so and that's what you're doing. You've tried something, and so you recommend it to somebody, and that's what affiliate marketing is all about. The difference is that when you recommend something to someone, you don't get paid for it. But here in this community, the Supreme Conscious Creators Community, I'm gonna get used to this name, the Supreme Conscious Creators Community. Yes, Supreme Conscious Creators Community. Yes. So in this community, you get lots of value, and you get 100% commissions, and you get residual income, and so there's so much that you get from this community, so much value. You get these lives, you get engagement. So yeah, you want to promote that, right? So, does your product elevate or decrease the perceived status of your client? Is your client going to feel comfortable with your product? Are they, why is it important to understand how owning this service or product changes one's social status? Is it going to give them more time? Is it going to give them more time freedom? Is it going to give them more financial freedom? Is it going to give them more location freedom? Is it going to give them freedom to express their thoughts? Is it going to give them freedom to connect with other people? Is it going to give them what kind of freedom? What is it going to do for your audience? And how I love fresh mangoes. Oh, yes, I love fresh mangoes too. Hi, Andrea. This is my next main goal, to be more consistent with showing up and posting more regular. Yes, yes, that's awesome. And I don't know who you are, but I love it. Yes, that's an awesome goal, to be more consistent. Yes, to be more consistent and show up and post more regularly. It's wonderful. Yeah. And once you start doing it every day, you get to the point where you've done it so much that you feel weird when you don't do it. You really do. You're like, I haven't posted today. I got to get my post out. So yeah, it happens to me. Actually, on Saturdays and Sundays, I like to take the day off because I just want to disconnect from social media, and I want to just go off the grid, but I still feel like, wait, I need to prepare something for Saturday and Sunday so that I won't feel like I'm not posting, because you want to be consistent and you want to show up, right? And you can prepare that in advance. So yeah, it's wonderful. So yeah, and so how does your product elevate your client's perceived status? Are they going to look like idiots when they tell somebody about their product, what they got into? Or are they going to look like, wow, you did that? That's awesome. You're so smart. Or is it going to elevate their intelligence? Is it going to elevate their status in their families? Is it going to elevate their status in their community? What is that product going to do for them? And, I think this new name that we have, Supreme Conscious Creators, I think it's elevating our status, okay? Because it's just awesome. Supreme Conscious Creators. I love it. I love that name. So yeah, is it elevating the status, or is it decreasing the status, your perceived status? Because believe it or not, humans are all about status. It's always a hierarchy. If you have more money, you're going to be more well respected. If you have a degree, if you have whatever, if there's always this comparison. It's always in this society, we're always, whether we want it or not, there's always all kinds of comparisons. And so yeah, and that is directly tied into our innate desire to have status. And humans and other creatures have that. They have this status, this hierarchy of status, and where they rank in their community, in their social spheres. So how to create that know, like, and trust factor? Okay, so we've talked about showing up. Oh, hey, George, thank you for showing up. Thanks a lot, appreciate it. So creating that know, like, and trust factor is really, really important. Can your clients count on you? So, trust, the speed of trust is super, super duper important. Can your clients count on you? Can they trust you? You can spend 20 years creating a reputation for yourself, and the minute you drop the ball, if you've created enough of a savings, of a trust savings with your clients, they'll forgive you. But if 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 the offense is big enough, you could lose reputation in a second. And so it's really important to create that know, like, and trust factor, and most importantly, be reliable with your clients. Show up for them and follow up, and connect with them and learn about them. Show interest. Show that you have interest in them, in their life, in their circumstances, whatever they're going through. It's really, really important for you to connect, as long as, and especially if they are your ideal audience. Your ideal audience wants to be heard. They want to be acknowledged. They want to connect. They want to be respected. So, building that trust, it's all about that. And so be reliable, be transparent, be very transparent. If you don't know something, say that you don't know. If you haven't accomplished something and they ask you, well, say that you haven't accomplished it. So it's really, really important to be transparent. Be proactive. Again, show up, take action, be available, very important. And be authentic. And authentic, it has a lot to do with how you tell your story, how you share your story with your clients. So document your journey. And we've talked about this before, and that's still kind of hard for me, because there are some times when I don't really, it's like, okay, how do I document my journey? It's like, when you're writing a journal, right? You're talking, if you're used to writing a journal, then you talk about your anxieties, you talk about your concerns, you talk about your successes, you talk about everything, right? Your thoughts. And so when you document your journey, especially on your profile or on your stories or wherever, you want to talk about your experiences. And today I was talking, I'm really grateful for one of the members who sent me a message about the live that I did on Thursday, because she said that the music really affected her, and I felt so bad. I felt that when I saw the replay of the live, I knew it. I was like, oh no, this is horrible. I you know and so, but then you have someone who tells you, and that's great. Don't you want people to be honest with you. You want them to be authentic as well. Just as you want to be authentic with them, you want them to be authentic with you, because then you're learning together, you're growing together. So every time you're talking about your story and you get to share that, whether it was a win or a loss, if you share it with others, then they will know, oh yeah, okay, next time I'm not going to put music while I'm talking. So if you're going to do a live, don't put music while you're talking, okay? Because it's going to annoy your audience. And so, yeah, so right now I'm documenting my journey. So yeah, that I learned that, and that's never going to happen again. So yeah, LinkedIn founder Reid Hoffman is often quoted as saying that an entrepreneur is someone who jumps off a cliff and builds a plane on the way down. And I can relate to this so much, because when I was building my brick and mortar business, it was like that. One day there were no clients. I was looking at the ceiling and I was like, I need some clients. I can't sit around and do nothing. I want to have clients. I want to serve. I want to do whatever I can with these clients. But the things don't come when you want them. Things come when you're ready. Yes, you have to want them, but also you have to be ready. If you're not ready for your customers, if you're not ready to send their bills, if you're not ready to receive money, if you're not ready to send them a link, if you're not ready to provide the value that they need, then you're not ready for customers, right? So you got to get yourself ready to receive. Just as you're giving, you got to also be ready to receive. And so when something is not happening at the time that you want it to happen, it's because you've got something to do. And didn't bother me at all. I thought kept it all exciting. Oh, great, great, great. I'm glad. But people have difference of opinions and different tastes. So yeah, I can't listen to music when I'm taking a test. I was just like, I'm gonna go crazy when I'm taking a test. So yeah, it's like, it depends on styles and tastes. So yeah, so it's important for us to be able to be um, sensitive to different people tastes and styles. So but thank you. If it didn't bother you, I'm so grateful. I'm so glad it didn't bother you. So yeah, but when we're documenting our journey, if we want to be productive, we've got to understand what we need to do before, because there's a preparation time that we have to do before we actually engage with our clients. Just like when I had a brick and mortar business, I would go home and I would think about the things that I had done that day and the wins that I had had and the failures, and I would just kind of replay in my mind what had happened, and so that the next day I would be ready for the next morning, so that I would be able to engage in tasks that would lead me to my end result desired. And so I would get up in the morning and I would start preparing for that day. And so it was like that preparation before you actually engage in your job, or in the task that you want to accomplish for that day. So it's thinking about it. It's that preparation mode. So this process, what does it look like, and is it productive? Are you thinking in all different directions, or are you staying focused? What is your goal? Well, my goal is to go today and accomplish a certain task. And so are you thinking about that, and how are you going to go about it? Because once you start thinking about the process, then your brain starts looking for ideas, looking for creation. It starts to create things. So before is really important, the before process. And then you have the during process. So do you get on Facebook with focus? Do you boost the algorithm by replying to comments on your post? Do you follow up with people who appear to be interested in what you have? Do you follow up with people who appear who who have commented on your posts? Do you add value to groups where your ideal clients hang out? And so do you post intentionally? So that's during that's your um, activities, that's your business promoting activities that you're doing. And then after, because you don't want to stay all day stuck to Facebook, right? You don't want to stay all day mindlessly scrolling, post after post, idea after idea. You want to just be focused on what you want to do, and then get off Facebook and live your life, live your personal life, go out, have fun with your friends, cook, clean, wash, iron. I don't iron. I haven't ironed anything in I don't know how many years, but that's why I wear things that don't need to be ironed, because I hate ironing. But but yeah, anything else I can do, I just don't iron. Okay, so what is it that you like to do, and do those things. Engage with your hobbies, or if you have another job, or if you like reading, then do that. Okay, so now the more you know your ideal client's core motivation, connect with it and help resolve it, the more you will connect with your ideal client. And this was a quote by Antoine B. Carrier. So the more you know, it's really important. If you don't know anything about your ideal clients, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be so frustrating. You're going to be pulling your hair, because you won't know what to do. You will be lost. So many ideas will come to you, and you won't know which direction to take. So what is the value that you're offering your ideal client? Do you understand that? Do you have an empathy map? And what is an empathy map? That means understanding. Do you fit your ideal client into your product, or do you create the product for your ideal client? Many times we want to just shove our clients into this little, our client is circular, and then we have this product that's square. And so we want to shove our client into this square, and it doesn't fit, right? And when we do that, we're not showing empathy, and it's a recipe for chaos. Because if your client is dissatisfied, if your client finds out what that the product does not fit their needs, then they're going to be frustrated clients. And remember, we don't want frustrated clients. We want diehard fans, and we want satisfied clients, and we don't want frustrated clients, because it's a recipe for chaos. They will not be happy, and we won't be happy. We will feel guilty. Um, we will feel disappointed, and they will feel disappointed as well. So yeah, do you have an empathy map? Do you understand, my ideal client is me? A few years ago, I know her well. Yeah. So your ideal client is a few years back, or maybe some days back, or maybe some months back. Exactly. I know what I was desperately searching for, and now I'm going to provide it. Very good. Beautiful. Yeah. So your ideal client is usually the person you were when you came to this space. And so it's really, really important for you to recognize, what is it that this space is giving you? Is it giving you what you need? And if this space is giving you what you need, then you want to give that to your ideal client. Yes, excellent. Very good. So instead of fitting your client into this product, you want to figure out what it is that your client needs exactly, and provide that. And if you can't provide that for your ideal client, then they're not your ideal client, and you got to move on. You got to have, you, you don't want to be desperate. You never want to be desperate when you're looking for clients. You want to have the nothing in return approach. Um, and that means that you're never desperate for clients. You're providing a service. You're providing something very important for your clients. And if they're your ideal clients, they're going to be attracted, they're going to be magnetized by what you offer. And if they're not, then that means they're not your ideal clients. So you just got to let them go and be happy for them, because they're going to go and find what they really need. So yeah, have you discovered their problem? Have you discovered their problem? Have you discovered the solution? And so got to focus on that. If you've discovered their problem and the solution, then you want to give it to them. You want to tell them, look, you were talking about having problems with connecting with people. You want to connect with a like-minded community. Well, we have a like-minded community here. You were saying that you wanted monthly residual income. Well, we have a product here that will give you monthly residual income. You were talking about high ticket, being able to earn high ticket commissions. Well, guess what? We have a product that will give you high ticket commissions. And then guess what? We have a wealth system that goes up, that flows up, and it turns into multiple income streams. Are they looking for that? If they're looking for that, then we can offer it. But if they're not looking for that, then we can't offer it, right? So very important to know what your ideal client wants. So any questions? If you have any questions, please let me know. What is your ideal client's point of view? Okay? It's not your point of view that's important. Never. It's never about you. Never about you. It is, when you create your ideal client, your ideal avatar, your profile, it is about the person that you were maybe a few months ago. It is about that person. But it's not about you. It's about your client. It's about serving them. It's about giving them what they need. It's not what you need, it's what they need. Because what you need right now is different. It's different than what they need right now, right? Because they were the people when you were a few months ago or a few weeks ago, right? You're growing. Your journey is moving forward. And so the person that you are right now is different from the person that you were yesterday. And that is so true. You are growing, you're developing, you're transforming. Something new is happening in your life, in your thoughts, in your ideas every single day. So what is your ideal client's point of view? You got to know it. Do you understand the difference between what they say they want and what they truly need to have success? Do you understand that? Have you asked them? Have you looked into their profile? Have you read their posts? Do you truly understand what they're looking for? And are you able to meet those needs? Are you building an emotional connection? So, yeah, when I came into this community, the person who invited me to this community, I had already built an emotional connection with her from previous programs that we were on together. And we would talk, and she would tell me, oh my goodness, this is not working for me. And I was like, yeah, I hear you, because this is not working for me either. Even though I'm doing this and this and that and the other, it's not working. It's not working for me. It's not resonating for me. And then she moved from that community. And and then I met her a few weeks later, and she's like, she's listening to me, and she's saying, and I'm telling her, I've done this, I've done the modules, I've done the training, I've done everything I needed to do, but it's not fulfilling me. It's not helping me to move forward, and I'm not feeling it. So, and she said, well, about this community does this and this and that. And I was like, huh, that sounds interesting. I think that's something I might want. But I didn't say anything to her yet. I just listened to her. And then I kept thinking about it. And it kept coming back to me. And then we talked again, and then she was listening to me again, because it was, it's a back and forth communication. She was listening to me, I was listening to her. We were both listening to each other. It's active listening. And so, yeah, and then at that point I knew, okay, you know what, this is the community that I want to go to, and this is the community that resonates with me. And then I came into the free community, and I realized that it really gave me what I needed. And I love this community. And ever since I came into this community, I've just really begun to grow more and more and more. And rather than feeling disappointed about this community, I feel more and more encouraged and motivated. And again, it's not just about the money, it's about the whole concept of giving and receiving and serving and providing this wealth system that it may not be created overnight, because nothing worthwhile can become created overnight. It's about making an effort and engaging with your community and moving forward together as a team, and knowing that this has potential. We are sitting on a gold mine. We're sitting on a gold mine, and all we need to do is start exploiting it. And when we exploit it, then we get the results that we desire. And that's the truth. For me, at least, that has always been the truth. If I am passionate about something, if I understand something well enough and I've put in the effort, then it starts to yield results. And those results are in alignment with my desires, with my focus. And so that has been my experience here, and that's why I love this community. So, are you on a journey towards self-mastery? Yes. Knowing yourself helps you to know your ideal client as well. Do you know exactly what you want? Do you focus on what you want? Or are you looking to the right or looking to the left and not really knowing what you want? Because if you don't know what you want, you won't be able to know what your ideal client wants either. It'll be very difficult. So your focus, your self-mastery, your journey of self-awareness is really, really important. Asking yourself questions. And that's why the energy mastery is so important, because Brianna takes us from the problems that we're encountering, the anxiety, the confusion, sometimes the frustration, sometimes the the confusion, frustration, the not knowing, not being aware of certain things. She moves us from this point of not knowing, unawareness, to this point of what we would like. What is it that we want? What would we like? What do we want in our desire? What do our desires tell us? What do we want? What do we truly want? And I'm losing my train of thought. I'm sorry. and then that gap. There's a gap, right? There's a gap between what you're doing right now, what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and what you truly desire to do. And so that energy mastery, that training, that self mastery, that self awareness gets you from point A to point B, because then you start asking yourself questions. Okay, what is it that I'm not doing that's not getting me the end results? And so when we do that, that also helps us to get the end results for our clients. The key to an ideal client profile is an emotional connection. And when we have a strong emotional connection to our needs, to our desires, then we're also going to transfer that information to our ideal client. And the best way to make that connection is by sharing your journey. We've got to share our journey. Whatever it is that we're going through, we've got to share it with others. We got to share it. And just like I'm doing right now, I'm talking about some situations and about my past, about my present. I don't talk about my future because it's not here yet. But I do talk about my desires. I want to be the authority, the go-to authority, for magnetizing and attracting ideal clients. That's my goal. I want to be the go-to authority, so that I can serve my audience and help them attract, magnetize, and activate their ideal clients. So that's what I'm working on right now. And this is my reality, right? It's the present. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, sharing your journey and doing what you want, going through the process, living the life that you love and adore, living the life that you want to live, right now in the present, not wishing to do it tomorrow or the next day, just actually doing it, living your life. And are you clear on your superpowers? Your own superpowers. You have superpowers. So you've got to recognize the power of your story. The first step to your success is knowing your superpower and using it to serve your ideal clients. So I've already talked about, just documenting your journey. And then as you start to do that, as you start to post, as you start to write your journey, as you start to come up with value, as you start to share that with others, then your creativity is going to expand. Right now, your creativity may be this much, but as you start exercising it, your creativity is going to start expanding, expanding, expanding. And then every day you're just going to come up with these ideas, or these ideas are going to come to you, or you're going to hear something that prompts you to do something. And it's just really exciting because your creativity, your core values, your skills, and your experience, all of that set you apart from the rest of the world. And that's your superpower. That's what makes you so special. So your superpower, your creativity, your core values, who you are. That's why it's important for you to know that you are enough, you have enough, and you do enough. So stay in the present and you will begin to notice how you're changing. Notice how you're finding new possibilities, how doors are opening for you. So finding your niche or your ideal client, it's really important. If you're trying to speak, again, I said it before, if you're trying to speak to your ideal, to everyone, then your ideal client won't hear you. Your ideal client wants to be heard, they want to be seen, and they want to be understood. So going in and developing this empathy for your ideal client, exactly knowing what it is that they need and that they desire. And sometimes what they want may not be really what they need. So you also have to understand exactly what it is that your ideal client really needs versus what they want. And how are you going to promote that? How are you going to express that to your ideal client. And in many cases it may be on your post, that you're writing your post and you're documenting your story, and you're talking about how you thought you needed this, but because of this experience you realize that you didn't need this, you actually needed this, and you got that, and your problem was solved. So that's how we can document our story. um, and that's how you can get to know your ideal client. um, if you don't understand fully who your ideal client, then you've got to start asking more questions, asking yourself when you're journaling, when you're writing your notes, um, where is it? Can you identify where you are getting stuck? And if you're getting stuck, what can you do about it? And you can also ask questions, like when we have this kind of lives. If you have any questions, please ask away, because I am here to brainstorm ideas with you. I may not have the answer, but if we talk about it together, we can come up with ideas that may spark something, an answer for you. I'm not here to give everybody answers. Maybe what I'm saying may not resonate with you, but it may resonate with someone else, or it may help someone. It may help you come up with your own thoughts, your own ideas, your own creativity. Which that's what I find usually when I'm studying one of Bob Proctor's programs, or when I'm studying with Brianna. She will say something, and that will trigger a thought in my mind, and then I will think, oh, okay, you just said something that connected me to something else, and I got it. Yes, that's it. And that's why we do this. That's why we get together in groups and in this community, to help each other, to support each other, and to provide value, for so that we can move forward. Okay, so if there are no questions, I'm done. I'm done today. That's it. I hope you found value today, with clarifying, zooming in on your ideal client. If you have any questions, please let me know. Um, Going back again, so let's see, I don't have my, again, with the spirit of gratitude. Um, Thank you. Thank you. If that's you, George, thank you very much. And thank you, Jacqueline, and whoever else is here live. I really appreciate. I'm having a lot of fun doing this. It's not perfect. I know that I have a long way to go. I'm learning also, even though I spent so many years with this other business, and it was different because I didn't know anything about digital online entrepreneurship, but now I'm learning and I'm loving it, and I really want to share, and I want to be of service. That's why I'm doing this. And so yeah, I hope it's helped you. And next week, another Mastermind Mondays, clarifying, identifying, and activating your ideal clients. So hope you had fun, and I had a lot of fun. So have a wonderful week, and thank you for being here. Take care. Bye bye.